Hello, stampers and crafters. This is Kevon from ktstamps.com, creating cards for you. And hello, everybody. I missed last week. I completely forgot I was doing basketball camp, and oh my God, I just completely forgot. And then by the time I realized it, oh man, I can't believe that all of a sudden it was too late. Just too late. I got it on like Saturday, Sunday, and went, I'm just going to wait. So I just thought it's just the way that it goes. But I'm here today, whoop, whoop, to do some work with you. I just want to remind you, this is what we are doing as far as our sketch goes. This sketch is by Stampin' Pretty. It's part of her newsletter. So if you guys love stuff like I do, just check it out. She is so incredible. I absolutely love her. And I just think that this is such a good, easy, sketch to follow. All the measurements are on the side. And I decided that I just kind of thought outside the box. You guys, those that don't know me, I'm a thinker outside the box. So I just went for it. So I'm going to share with you my cards that I did. So this is my first card. It is a gatefold card. And I went with this. Yeah, gotta have it. Bloom Boutique Specialty Designer Series paper. Oh my God. I love this. It has a little bit of gold in it. Just really soft, subtle things on the other side. This is the, Hue Hydrangea on the side. Here is all the peaceful pine with some of the crispy cantaloupe and white. Look at this color. Oh my God. With the pine and nice, easy little designs. Guys, this is like, you must have it. This is some of the blush. Barely Blush. Oh, and the blue on the back. Look at all these. All the in colors you ever needed. You can see them right here. So anyway, that's one of the reasons that I like them. It goes with the Boutique Blossoms bundle. And I used the small little flower at the bottom. I did some die cuts with the small flower. And then I used You're a Blessing to Me. And with that, I used the Nested Essential, this one right here, the Nested Essential dies for it. So that was just like fabulous. And then on the back, I used the flower accents, and this is gold, because I thought that the gold would go ahead and match the gold inside. I also used the Peaceful Pine bordered ribbon. And I just think that this just worked perfectly on here. So let me show you. Oh, let me move all this stuff. Let me grab all this stuff out of here. I got one little thing that's hanging. So how I put this together is that I have a belly band, and my belly band goes around. I used the small little boxes, the 4 boxes that we had. And then on the inside, I just put the Designer Series paper on the bottom. And you can write, you can add any type of sentiment. I would make sure before you adhere it to the inside of the card, please make sure that you stamp it before you put on the little border at the bottom, because otherwise, if you make a mistake, you just turn it over and you got it. So that's what I did. We got our belly band, which I will show you. The ribbon goes all the way around the belly band. I used You're a Blessing on here. Tried to get it as even as possible. Didn't always do so. And then I have the Cantaloupe on the outside with Peaceful Pine. So we are going to make this gate card because I just thought, you know, when you put it together, you don't have that big green in the middle. It looks almost exactly like what you got. Difference is that I just put a belly band around it. So that's what I did. Thinking outside the box. Wait until you see the next one. Then you guys are going to really think I'm crazy. But I did it anyway. So all the dimensions that I have are on my blog. Just go to the blog. Take a look. You got everything that you need right there. And then I have my Cantaloupe. I've already have it scored, which is nice and easy. Then I'm going to open it up, turn it over, and then I am going to add my Peaceful Pine on the outside. And I am bringing in the silicone pad. And I am just adhering it to the front. And I made this one just a little bit longer because I really liked having some of the green color on the outside. So when you open it, it just gives you a different look. I just said, yeah, we're going to do it because I'm making a belly band. All right. So these go on the inside when they meet. And again, it's a gatefold. So now, and I have to make sure that I press on this just a little bit. See if it will stay down. That's one of the things with the gatefolds. You really want to make sure that you you put a belly band on it so then it does stay down. Okay, I'm going to adhere and put this one towards the side, towards the bottom. I'm going to do the same thing and adhere the other one on the other side. All right, and I know that I added a little bit more space on the sample that I made. I'm just making this just a little bit smaller. And then I am going to take everything from the bottom and adhere it. And if you didn't want to add this much tape, you can always do your little dots. Sometimes it gets caught on this, on the bottom. And so then again, I am just going to adhere it on the bottom. And now I have my 4, I gotta look at it this way so I can see it. I have my 4 squares, a little rectangle on here. So that's what we got. I did not put any type of sentiment on this because I just like to write something, especially if you're telling somebody that you're a blessing to me. It's usually going to be a little bit longer. So this is when I would put it inside here. And I don't, let me think. You're a blessing to me. I could write thinking of you, but I'm just going to leave it loose until I figure out exactly what do I want to put in it. Now, this next thing is going to be just the belly band, and on here I'm going to just kind of go around to see if I can make it even on both sides. Okay, so this is, for me, this is the hardest part, and I think I'm just going to go with this. And I made one side just a little bit larger than the other. And I'm just going to leave it like that. Now, you need to know when you put this on, after you put your ribbon on, you want to leave the middle open, and you only want to glue on the outsides. So I would give it about as big as this in between here, knowing that you're only going to glue on one side, then you're going to glue on the other. But before we do that, let's bring in our ribbon. So I got these on Amazon. They're ponytail things, and I just really like putting them on here. I just think this works. Let me bring in my ribbon scissors, and all I'm doing is cutting that. Then I'm just going to put this all back together and add my ponytail thing over top. It's just easier for me to work with this. So I love the other things that you can pull on them, and they kind of have that little latch, but this is my favorite. It's quick and it is very, very easy. So I am going to take my ribbon, and I am just going to add adhesive all the way down my ribbon. And remember, using your silicone pad, you do not get the stickies on your pad. Nothing here is sticky at all. So we're going to take this then, and I'm going to start at the top, and I'm going to try to get it right in the middle, and then all I'm going to do is adhere it all the way to the bottom with a little bit better of a line. There we go. So we got it, and then I'm just going to cut this part off. So now we have everything that we need. So now I'm just going to put this back on the card, and I am bringing in our sentiment. I am going to leave a little bit of an opening, and I'm just guessing right now the opening is on the S side and the N side of blessing. The S and the N. So when I am taping things, I want to give more glue at the bottom and possibly just a straight line in here. I do not want to glue this down. So I'm going to find my N, and I'm just going to adhere it. And then I'm going to turn it over and find my S. So that's what my adhesive looks like. I got it from about here to here and about here to here. It's probably about an inch or so. So now I am going to work this so it fits right in the middle. And then I'm going to give it some room on the sides. So now it should be able to slide up and down, and I should have no stickies on the back. Now, if you do get stickies on the back, bring in your embossing buddy and just pat the back. And I would do this when it's off. and then that will take the stickies out. All right. So now we are going to bring in our flowers. And I want this to show just a little bit more. So I'm gonna do something like this. Let me see. I'm going around because I want it to show a little bit more than I had it show on this other one. There you go. I'm going to do this. So I'm going to give this just a little bit of adhering. And then I'm just going to stick this right here. I'm going to bring back in my saying, and then I'm going to add a glue, I'm going to add a dimensional on the back of this. So here we go. And then you're going to want to be careful of the top of the leaf because it is pretty fragile. There we go. And you know what I'm going to do is that I'm going to grab a little baby dimensional, and I'm going to put it on the back of the, taking this off, I'm going to put it on the back of the leaf because I want my leaf to make sure that it stays. So I'm just going to put it right here, and then I got it. So now I have my little baby, and then I have the dimensional, and again it slides off and on this way. And the card's done. So everything you needed was right here. So this is what the card looks like, with the exception of our flower accent. And I'm just going to bring in my tweezers, go with the smallest. Gonna hook it right in that middle. Can you see the middle? Right there, that's where we're gonna go. And I'm just going to put it in there. There you go. So that's what this looks like. Again, this is some crisp cranberry or crisp cantaloupe. And I think those colors are beautiful together. I always liked it when we had crisp cantaloupe again, and we had some type of a green, a pale green that went with it. And oh, I did so many cards with those colors. Because I think a nice, I call it a peach color and a green color. They're so beautiful together. All right, so that's our first card. The second card, I went wacko on. I totally went wacko. So on that card, I did something totally different. I used this fabulous paper, and this paper is the Garden Poetry Designer Series paper. Now, as you guys know, it has flowers on one side, and it's a little bit ombre with ombre colors on the back. And most of the time, there's different type of designs that go with it. So, we have the green, and let me see, sorry about that. I'm gonna have to go backwards on this. All of them are flowers or leaves. And then you have the ombre with the crushed curry. Excuse me. I think this is the Timid Tiger. And I think that's a little bit of Cajun Craze. And look at this on the other side. Beautiful, beautiful colors. Excuse me. We have our pinks and our purples. Love that. And this is what it looks like on the other side. So it is just a whole bunch of ombre. Now, This is going to look a little bit different because we are using the Parade Garden bundle. We are using this, and we are using this, and I think that's it. And I cut these apart. So I use this with the, let me find out. I use this with the Berry Burst, and the green is the shaded Spruce. And then I also use the hue, I lied. Night of Navy. This is retired. Night of Navy bordered ribbon on the front. This is just the piece that I kind of put it all together. I made a mistake one time with what is it? The brick embossing powder, embossing folder. So I'm using that just as backing my designer series paper. And then once I got the paper all done, I put it through the Parade Garden hybrid embossing folder. So that's what I did with that. And then we also have, these are frosted iridescent dots. So I use that mostly because of the Berry Burst and also with the white. So this is what the card looks like. It's something totally different, but it's so awesome. I just thought, why not do this? And why not share it with you guys? And why not be creative? All right, so that's what I did. I was just really creative. And anybody who's on here, thank you very much for watching. I really, really, really appreciate it. On here is that I also use, this is Coastal Cabana on the inside. These are my flowers and the leaf that I just used the dies with, cut around it. I used one flower on the outside, and then I used one flower on the inside. So I just had to have it. This is done with blueberry. Oh man, why am I forgetting everything today? Blueberry Bushel. That's what the ink is. All right. And then everything is from the two bundles. The only difference is that I added our Winkestella. So this is what I took these as. And I just figured out what colors did I really like. And I went with all four of them and just cut them in lots of different directions. So this is what I ended up doing. And I'll show you how I put it together. So I cut some going this way and some going this way. So I used both. And before I did any of that, I ran these through the embossing folder, and then I just cut them up, and then I'm going to use liquid glue to glue them down. And we just have lots of different colors, and I just kind of picked what did I want. And all of these will make 2 cards. But I cut a lot more because I thought I needed more. So anyway, that's all that I did. And here's our little piece of ribbon. All right, so how this went is that I put one at the top and one at the bottom. And I just, the leaves didn't go either direction, but they just matched really well. And then I put this then going down and this coming up. So you can see one is cut. Let me get this out of here so you can see it all. This one is cut from top down. And this one is cut from, this is from the right side, cut down in a diagonal. This is from the left side, cut to a diagonal. So this is what it's going to look like on this piece of paper. Everything is connecting here, which is one of the things that I liked about this, because everything connects. But I decided, you know, it just gave me a different view, and I just had to go with it. So this one doesn't matter because you're not going to ever see it. All right? And this is the thick basic white. Okay? And this is thick basic white, and these are the DSPs. So I'm going to bring everything back in, and we're going to just start to put it together. And hopefully you guys like the way that I thought outside the box. Oh my God. And I like this because there's lots of little, you know, crevices. This just will make sure everything stays down. And yes, if you want, I thought about using the other side with all the leaves, but if I would have done it, I would not have embossed it at all. So this is just going to go at the side. And again, all the measurements are on my blog. And this we're just going to push right up at the top. There we go. And the reason that I like this also is because it gives me just a little bit of time to push things around. All right. So yes, this is going to hang over just a little bit, and I will have to cut it. So then my Berry Burst or my Blackberry Bliss or my, what other one is it? Poppy Parade are all right here. And we're just going to butt this end up and adhere it down. So this is our first part. And again, yes, I'm going to have to cut these ends off. So now I'm going to use the orange. And you can see the flowers are beautiful in the, you can't see. The flowers are beautiful back here. So this one, I'm butting up against the, I'm going to call it pink colors, pink and purples. There we go. Don't you like this? I mean, it's just like unique. And just one of those things, just thinking outside the box sometimes, you know? So now we have our Blueberry Bushel, our Night of Navy, our, I really feel like there is some, what is it? I guess that's it. I thought that there was a little bit of the lighter blue. Can't remember anything right now, guys. I'm so sorry. And here we are. We just butt that up. And yeah, you could have it head in this direction, and this could be a beautiful card. I just decided to keep it this way. Okay. So now we got it all ready to rock and roll. So I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm just going to turn it over. Some of this is a little bit longer here. If that bugs you, go ahead and take it off. I'm just mostly going for the corners. That's all I'm going for. So that's it. And then I am, just because this one is always really hard, it kind of left a little bit of white showing. That's one of the reasons that I brought, well, I thought I brought my, there you are. my ribbon. And all I am going to do is put a mark on both ends. And I'm just going to put this right down the middle so then you can't see where that break is. So that's how I did this. All right. So now I am just going to add some adhesive to this area. And you know, the reason that I am not worrying about this is because you're not going to see it. So I'm just bringing this up, and I'm going to try to make sure that it is even side to side, top to bottom. All right. So now, I don't think I did. That's what I thought. So we are going to bring this over to the side because we don't have a lot of room. Wow. I went a little bit crazy. Okay. Hopefully I have to cover up this side because can you guys see it's a little bit uneven? But you know what? Just the way it goes. Just the way it goes. All right. So we are putting these side edges right in the middle. That's what we're going to do. Try to make it as even as possible. There we go. And then we are taking the green, and I am just adding the green, and I'm just adding a whole bunch. If you want to use the liquid glue, go ahead and use the liquid glue. And now I am just going to play around with this and try to find the best way to lay this on the card and to put the flower in it and to make sure that some of the leaf is touching. I'm going to do this one just a little bit different because I want to add a couple of, I'm changing it, a couple of dimensionals on the back of this card. All right, and I think I'm going to get a small one and put it right up against this and also in the middle. So there we go. So when it goes through the mail, it does not end up stuck. Now you guys know that you can follow me. You can subscribe to me. You can get the little bell to ring whenever I post something on YouTube. I'm posting stuff, try to post stuff every Wednesday. There will be, I'm going on a cruise, so there will be some time that I am not going to be available for posting, but I will have other things available for you. So there is our flower on the front. And I think I like it a little bit better because it's kind of popped. It's given it a little bit of dimension. Now this, I am just going to take this because it's the inside of our card, and I'm just going to lay it down on that Coastal Cabana leaf. So that's what this looks like right now. So now we are going to bring out our frosted iridescent dots, and we're going to add it to the card. So I hope you guys like these cards. Wow, I love creating cards for you. So I'm hoping that you guys enjoy this. So I'm taking this and I'm going to try to have them as even as possible for across the top, where it just kind of shows off the fabulous, and I think I'm going to go with just a white one, the fabulous sentiment. And then I am just going to add this white one down below. And so then it looks like it's pink, but it will show off. I mean, I look at this and this really fits, this kind of fades into the color. This kind of pops a little bit. And I really like the way it pops. So, those are my cards today. They're wild, they're crazy, they're fun, they're thinking outside the box. And you know, guys, that's just me. I love to think outside the box. And it's just getting inspired. And I think that, you know, if I inspire myself, sometimes if I inspire myself, I hope that I inspire you guys too. And that is really important for me to do. So let me get this other card out of here. Let's bring in the other card we did today, and I'll move everything out of the way so you can have a good little look at what cards we did. And hopefully you can see what I did. If you have any questions, but before we go, if you have any questions, please make sure you contact me. I can be reached at ktstamps.com. Just reach me and ask me questions. I absolutely love answering your questions. And if you have any ideas that you would like me to create different cards or give you another little take on my wacko way of thinking about cards, please make sure that you do so. All right? So you guys, I hope that you had fun with me today. And I just know that this has meant a lot to me. So please, please, please take time to give me a like, to tell me a thumbs up, whoop, whoop, you're doing okay, we like what you're doing, and to go from there. It looks like I hope this did not get stuck, but if it did, well, I'll figure something out, you guys. But before that, I just want you to know my name, and I can't even find anything. You know, I hardly have anything over here, and I can't find anything. My name is Kevon. Yes, a mother made-up name. My website is www.ktstamps.com. I love creating cards for you, which is my motto. So you guys take care. Have a great day. Tell me that you like it. Tell me what else I can do for you. Give me a shout out. And again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye-bye.